So good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's postgraduate information session on our postgraduate programmes in the Department of Fashion, Marketing, Tourism and Events. My name is Katie and I'll be here to help host this 30-minute session. Before we begin, just a couple of quick housekeeping notes. So all microphones and cameras are disabled during the session just to ensure this runs smoothly for everyone. But if you do have any questions, please pop those into the chat box. We'll be answering as many as we can, and we will come to a Q&A section at the end. We are also recording the session, so it will be available soon on the GCU YouTube page if you would like to watch it back or share with others. So I'm very pleased to introduce today's presenter. We're joined by Daniel Baxter, who is a senior lecturer in International Tourism and Events Management. And I'm now going to hand over to you, Daniel, to take us through the presentation.
Thank you, Katie, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all that have joined us, our applicants today, to learn more about the Department of Fashion, Marketing, Tourism and Events, where one of the programmes that you're interested in coming to study with us is based. So today, I'll take you through an overview of the department, the importance in understanding the value that it can bring to you in your studies with us, and give you some context around the programmes in which you're interested in studying. So, why study a master's programme in Fashion, Marketing, Tourism and Events at GCU? So some of you will be thinking that you want to study your master's in Fashion Marketing, some of you will be thinking that you want to study in marketing itself, or some are thinking, I'd like to do it in tourism and events. Well, because of the creative side of this and the operational and strategic thinking, these all sit within one department within the Glasgow School for Business and Society, where many of our lecturers teach across the programmes to demonstrate where the opportunities are around the multiple areas, but you'll have other lecturers who are dedicated to the subject fields and professionals and academics that build your knowledge in these areas. So, something that's really important within the department and what we are going to deliver for you when you study with us is that strategic career development. As during your master's, you're either coming on board to learn more about the subject area that you're really interested in and you've studied and you see your future career in, or you might be changing direction of your career, coming into it as a new student, and you want to learn and build your connections to ensure that you have those career opportunities for networking and development during your study. So we are looking to shape your academic growth, but also those long-term professional direction in global industries. And what that means for you is we're demonstrating to you the different careers that are out there in these areas, but also introducing you to a network of employers while you study, so that you can build your own brand and your CV as well as your academic studies. We want to ensure, and something that we pride ourselves on within the department, is that we are industry relevant education. And that means our curriculum is focused on that applied knowledge. So that's you being able to take the academic understanding and critical concepts, but how they work in the real world. So that when you go out to be the future leaders in this sector, you're able to apply that knowledge and you are given these opportunities during your study. Now, we also introduce you to digital transformation, the operational delivery within these areas, which is extremely important for those graduates that are entering the market, because understanding the operational components of a job is part of the direction to those strategic leadership roles. But also something that's core to what we do is our ethical business practice, making sure that you are responsible leaders, that you take that ethical consideration and thinking into the decisions that you will make as a future leader. Now, it's important, though, that we give you both those global and local perspectives, because many of you will be coming to Glasgow Caledonian, and we want to make sure you understand the local and national context in Scotland and the UK around the subject area, but also to give you that globally informed curriculum, so that if you decide that you want to go back to your home country or to another country in the world, you have that applied skilled knowledge of the sector and perspectives, which is really, really important. because many, if not all of the organizations within these industries are global in their reach, whether that's to customers, to other businesses, or to the markets in which they trade and are commercial in. Now, we do have expert teaching and a mature environment. And what that means is we've been running these programs for a long time, so the university is known for them. We have employers that want to work with us and have a great alumni network that you can tap into during your studies. Now, these are global industries shaping culture, commerce, and cities. And that's fundamentally important because during your studies, you want to be able to study in a city that has the viable job opportunities and industries within the area that you're studying in. Now, fashion's global impact. Fashion is everywhere. The global supply chains matter no matter what context or country you're in. So we shape that knowledge for you. We help you to understand the consumer identities, who's buying, what they're buying, why they're buying, and how organizations and businesses can meet the needs of those consumers through how they direct and brand their product. But we also challenge you to consider the ethical concepts around sustainability and greenwashing. Marketing and the role of communications. We set the context that marketing drives value communication, that for consumers and for other businesses within organizations, it builds trust. So how do you do that? How does marketing strategy underpin all the decision-making of an organization? And how does it foster global competition? What are organizations doing within their new marketing approaches or their traditional marketing approaches and why they're valuable? But looking at it from small, medium, and large enterprises across both social enterprises and multinational enterprises. Tourism and cultural exchange. Well, tourism boosts economies. We know the importance of that. And it creates an opportunity to shape cultural exchange. So many of you coming to study with us come from vibrant tourism communities, and you're able to share your knowledge and experience in the classroom, which creates that fundamental cultural environment which we can build on and have discussions within. And events is an economic catalyst. Glasgow is a fantastic city to study tourism and events in, given the investment that the city and country is putting into it, but also due to the major and hallmark events that we have as a destination, and Scotland being one of the very few destinations that has its own event-led destination marketing organisation. So we build these contexts into your studies and help you draw out the knowledge around these through the academics and the industry engagement and the live projects. So what can we offer you? Well, it's an advanced academic focus. Studying a postgraduate program is elevating your knowledge. It's encouraging you to think strategically, to involve you in some of the challenging decisions that global organizations and local organizations are having to make within these areas due to both macro and micro catalysts. We look to enhance your professional skills through leadership, employability, group work, and we encourage you to critically think through your assignments, through discussions in the classroom, and through your research project that you will deliver at the end of your studies. We have industry-aligned curriculum, and what that means is our programs are developed with industry leaders and organizations to make sure that what you are learning is viable, needed, and necessary for graduates when they enter the sector, ensuring that you have the skills and demand that the employers are looking for. We have professional and applied assessments in some of our programs, and these involve consultancy projects where you will deliver live projects for industry, meaning that they come into the classroom, set the project, and you're building your brand and portfolio of engagement through those assessments. We have simulation games where you will simulate real-world decision-making, which organizations have to go through on the day-to-day basis. Our academics bring applied research into the classroom, which is making impact in policy. And we're preparing you for the real world challenges of tomorrow, that one day you will be in the decision maker's seat on how to address these. Enhance student support, because we know that you're coming to study with us in Glasgow. And that can be a cultural change from the learning system to the new learning styles to the new destination. So we have dedicated support to make sure that we can support you on your journey, whether that's academically, whether that's through some of our student services, but they are there to ensure that you develop skills during your studies for employability and the demand in industry. So, some of you will be coming in to study the MSc Marketing, and that's about building global marketing expertise for the future, because marketing strategy is extremely important and underpins the marketing decisions that organizations are making. So this career-focused programs is helping make sure that we develop the future business marketing leaders. We want to make sure that you engage with the different brands and market goods and the services that marketers deliver, both nationally and internationally. You will develop skills in market planning and strategy, brand management, marketing communications, the different styles of communications, but also digital and ethical marketing. How do you ensure that it's ethically inclined to what you're trying to deliver? But also leadership and decision making. So it's a program where theory meets practice. You will learn by doing, but you will also engage in your own critical thought through real-world case studies, essays, and reports. And this program is designed for students from both business and not business backgrounds that are looking to add marketing expertise to your skill set. And one thing that stands out from our degree is that we have a strong emphasis on ethical, responsible, and sustainable marketing, which is reflecting the alignment to the Sustainable Development Goals and what modern employers are expecting of graduates to support them in their ethical decisions as organisations. And why study in Glasgow? It's a friendly, welcoming city, excellent transport links to UK and Europe, and connections to major countries all over the world. So what about employability and accreditation in careers? Well, it's professionally accredited and recognised by the Chartered Institute of Marketing, and they have been involved in the consultation of the development of the programme. And you as a graduate can gain partial exemptions to your chartership with the CIM. And you also get to engage with networking events and professional development during your study. We are also recognised by the Australian Marketing Institute, enhancing the global career opportunity for this programme. We are currently ranked as number 9 in the UK for marketing and PR delivery. And some of our graduates have gone on to work in inspiring roles as marketing managers, brand managers, digital marketing managers, business development managers, and market research and public relations. But also some graduates have gone on to start their own businesses or consultancies, and they can engage with the entrepreneurial hub here at the university. And what we are seeing is that employers value GCU graduates for their practical marketing capabilities, their digital capacity, their leadership potential, but also their ethical and sustainability awareness. So, in the department, we also have the MSc International Tourism and Events Management, a programme that I have the opportunity to teach on. And the programme is for leadership in a fast-growing global industry, which is forever changing and forever growing and becoming extremely important for global countries all over the world. Now, tourism and events are valuable in developing global economy, shaping the development of the cities, cultures, and economies worldwide. And we're seeing this right now in Glasgow as the development of Glasgow Airport and the investment in the infrastructure, the number of new hotels that are opening up, the hosting of the Commonwealth Games this year, and the development of the number of hallmark and regional events, which are growing year on year. What our programme looks to do for you when you come and study with us is to develop your critical management skills and the operational needs to succeed in this industry. You will explore festivals and major sporting events and why they've been so important to Glasgow and the development of the city, and how you can apply that knowledge if you go to another city to work and live and they're looking at the development of the infrastructure of the cities. We also look at destination management and the visitor experience. Experience is so important as we move to a digital age. Tourism and events will become more important as customers will want to spend more money in the role and realm of experience. So we give you that contextual understanding of the role of experience management and how organizations are engaging more and more in the development of experiences as non-tangible opportunities. It's designed to reflect current industry demand. So those strategic decision-making, we engage with you. You build your skills in the practical operational. You will deliver a live event. We also look at the financial skills, something that organizations are saying that they want more experience of students coming into these roles as graduates, is the knowledge around finances. And we give you a strong foundations in ethics, sustainability, and responsible management. What you will gain through this degree is the organisation of live events and the development of experiences, industry simulation through marketing approaches and hospitality. You will deliver applied case studies and live projects, but you'll get the opportunity to network with guest lecturers and sector professionals, which is extremely important because they are the ones that are offering internships during your study. It's recognised by the Tourism Management Institute and Institute of Hospitality, both credible and important for employability in the future. So, what about employability, accreditation and careers? Something that's important for you as a student looking to come and study this. Well, both accreditations are extremely important as they give you opportunity to network and engage in masterclasses during your study. They ensure that the programme is strongly aligned with the international tourism, events and hospitality areas. And students gain hands-on applied experience through the live industry projects. So you'll get to build your brand, meet employers through the projects you deliver in your studies, and guest-led teaching from industry professionals. Students in the past have had the opportunity to work with leading organisations with the Hilton, Superdrug, Virgin Hotels, Edinburgh and Glasgow Airport, the Commonwealth Games, UEFA, Glasgow City Council, delivering live projects, gaining internship opportunities. And what these collaborations have been important for is building your own brand and your CV during your studies. They've helped a lot of our students, and the point behind them is to apply theory to the real world business challenges. Develop your professional confidence, which employers want to see. Building industry networks and helping graduate destinations and the career outcomes for you when you complete your degree and move on to your graduate roles. Our graduates are currently working and have progressed to work with leading organisations like UEFA, FIFA, the Marriott International Group, Celebrity Cruises, Hilton, City Councils, IHG Group, British Airways, local government and public sector organisations in different job roles. So we explore with you the different jobs within the sector. So some have gone on to be senior project managers, tourism policy officers, event producers, risk managers, events managers, sales managers, commercial directors, experience directors and managers, GMs of hotels, regional tourism officers, and PhD candidates. And finally, we have our Masters in International Fashion Marketing, a very popular programme due to the industry-led and alumni engagement within it. We know fashion is a global industry, and it employs marketing as a strategy to make sure that it is a viable organisation and growth sector. So a specialist MSc focused in fashion marketing focuses on branding and the global businesses and how branding is an important part of communication for the fashion sector. It is designed very, very closely with industry leaders to ensure that it's a meaningful programme and has value. Students deliver advanced skills in international fashion marketing, branding and consumer behavior, so understanding the consumer to make sure the branding of an organization meets the requirements of them to ensure that they can love mark their customers to want to be dedicated to that brand. You look at digital and omni-channel communications, the different approaches to communicating with customers, but also from a business to customer, but also business to business. And also a strong focus on ethical leadership in sustainable fashion business, something that is driving consumers' decision-making protocols at the moment. So our strong emphasis on circular fashion business models, transparency and ethical and sustainability, and data-driven marketing is so important as it meets the key skills for employers within this sector. And you will get the opportunity also for live industry projects, real fashion business case, but also some great industry speakers and practitioner input. And again, accredited by the Chartered Marketing Institute. So what are the opportunities? What are the employability, industry networks and graduate outcomes? Well, live industry projects and employer engagement examples. Students have worked with organisations like Trespass, a Glasgow organisation for fashion, a fashion house, but is known globally. And they acted as an industry client last year for the students. Students have worked with Nike and delivered a live brief for the Nike organisation on omnichannel, integrated marketing strategies for the global brand, delivered by one of our alumni who worked for them over a number of years. Students have worked for the fashion brand Gannett, where students have set up strategic fashion brand management, acting as a client. And they also get the opportunity to engage with greenwashing and sustainability workshops on how to identify, manage, and challenge that within the sector. Students get a focus on retail buying and merchandising networks. So ACS, which is a local business, which has a strong global focus on sustainable fashion. And students have had the opportunity to engage with professional internships with them. Our students have had the opportunity to engage with organisations like Next, so students studying fashion. Next, a large national organisation where they've had recruitment days and fast-track interview stages, employer-led webinars on fashion buying and merchandising, and in campus employer visits. But there's also those industry-relevant skills that you will develop on studying this programme and why our graduates have left and gone into fantastic roles. So there'll be a strong marketing, buying and merchandising capability with many of our students going into marketing and fashion organisations or going in as buyers, fashion retail buyers, or visual merchandising and merchandising. But we've also have students that have gone on to work for global brand organisations, brand implementers, because they've built their professional confidence. So graduates from the programme have progressed also to leading global fashion jobs such as ASOS, Lululemon, Coach, NAKD, Next, Louis Vuitton, ACS Clothing. So thank you for your time today. Hopefully that gives you an insight into the opportunities you will have to come and study one of those programs with us. And we can't wait to welcome you onto campus to study with us in the Department of Fashion, Marketing, Tourism and Events.
Thanks, Daniel. That was great. Thank you for taking us through the presentation. I'd just like to invite anyone who's joined us today. As Daniel said, we've got some time now for questions, so please do post those in the chat, whether it's course specific about the department as a whole. We'd be happy to help. I think what comes across clearly, Daniel, when you're talking is the links with industry throughout all the courses in the department, and what a great benefit that is for students who study here and then for our alumni to have made those connections. So I think that comes across for all the courses.
I think that's something, well, I know that's something that's so important for anyone studying this area, is ensuring that they have those live client opportunities to build their professional networks during their studies, something that we have set as a precedent for our programs and is really important.
Yeah, definitely. It's really valuable. So hopefully everyone's heard the value of that throughout your presentation. We can just give a few more minutes in case anyone would like to ask anything, but I will just say, obviously, if something comes to you after the presentation or something you wish you had asked, or if you're watching the recording back, then of course, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can reach us at any time after the presentation. We'd be happy to help, whether that's to discuss the course itself or making an application. You can reach us, our contact details are all on the website, or you can reach us via our student inquiries team, which is studentinquiries@gcu.ac.uk, and someone would get back to you quickly. Now, there's just questions come in here, Daniel, in the Q&A there, saying, will there be opportunities for internships under fashion marketing to make the course more practical?
Yeah, so students have had the opportunity to go on to do internships with local businesses in the area. So there's been a majority of students that have gone on to do internships with ACS. Some have gone on to do elements of shadowing with END, and some have been given internship opportunities through the live client place studies. So yes, there is the opportunities there. And what happens is they will come in through our program leaders and they'll be shared through the department. But we also through your virtual learning environment, so they're shared with students. The other opportunity that we do is we bring careers in, and they can share with you the opportunities for internship placements as well. So that's something that's a great question and really important. And that's the same for all the programs in the department.
Thank you. And thank you for your question. We did actually host a session earlier this week with our careers team. So if you weren't able to join that session and that's something you'd like to find out more about, we will be publishing all of these on our website and the YouTube channel. So it's maybe something to keep an eye on over the next few weeks, and you can catch up on any sessions that you missed, because we have a great careers department here who are really keen to support students at all levels and beyond after graduation. So definitely, as Daniel said, it's great to have opportunities while you're studying, but the support doesn't end there either. Okay, well, Daniel, I think if there's no more questions coming in, that probably brings us to the end of today's session. So I'd just like to thank you, Daniel, again for your time, and to everyone who joined us today and for your questions. We hope you found it helpful, and hopefully we look forward to welcoming you to GCU soon. So thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Thank you.